Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Doing another day trade recap here today. Pretty late for me, but today wasn't great as far as the whole sickness thing again. So I took some rest earlier today. But anyways, let's dive into what I traded today. Show you how I did my trading. So there were two stocks on the list today that I traded. First off was NVON and UONE. So those are two that had some pretty good opportunity today. And just to set you guys off from the start here, I'm up 353 bucks today. So not a huge day, but definitely, hey, a good green day. I'll take that. Yesterday was pretty good. It was 681 yesterday. So overall, I've been feeling pretty decent this week. I think I had one red day this week. We'll go back and look at that. Anyways, yeah, these are the two I traded, NOVN and UONE. Now, as far as my progress went, yesterday I had 100% accuracy, which was quite impressive for myself. So, really liked the performance yesterday, and today's was pretty close to it. I did have one or two red trades, but that was about it. So, very happy with the performance. And so I'll show you guys how I traded everything today. So let's go to NOVN first. Take a look at this one. This one I was definitely eyeballing this morning. This was, I believe, one of the leading gappers we had, and it pulled pulled an impressive move here today. Market open and shot up, but then it actually reversed, went back down, but then it consolidated, and from there we had a really nice rip up. So I traded this thing a few different times, and once we got into the 10, what was this area? Yeah, about the 1030 area, we had a big red candle, and from there I just stopped trading it because it was, going all downhill. So I was still watching it, just maybe if it wanted to come down and consolidate for a while and curl up again, I might have thought about trading it again. But just to see this, ever declining downhill cycle, just tapped out from there. So pretty good trades, and yeah, like I said, just a few all within kind of this range. Let me see my first one actually. First trade 938. So yeah, I waited for this whole area to happen. I wanted to see what would unfold. If it was going to continue shooting up, or if it was going to adjust itself. And so I'm glad I did that and hopped in at the right time. Waited till this area in here and then hopped in for the ride up. So good trading on this one. Enjoyed that. And then I switched over to UONE, and this one I like a lot. UONE is excellent. It's known in the past. I'm going to go to the yearly chart. In the past, we've definitely had huge run-ups. We had a massive one here back in June of last year, actually. Huge run-up. And, oh, that's way too far. Anyways, yeah, a good runner here, and we know just from the recent past that it has had plenty of days where it spikes up, and a lot of time it actually holds some of those levels. So this probably would have been a great long-term swing trade, but hindsight's 2020, so I didn't know that. But anyways, great stock to trade today. And this is where I got interested. So I was watching it hit this area over here, tested a few areas and kind of consolidated for a while, and then finally had this huge rip up. And when I look at my first trade on UONE, 1148. Yeah, it actually wasn't until I saw this big move up, and I kind of missed out on all of that. But once I saw it peak out, consolidate, come down, I knew there might be an opportunity here for it to roll back up if it does, and then retest the previous highs here, which it did, and it broke that very nicely. So that's where I hopped in. My first trade was at 11:48, and it was actually, I missed this piece, but looks like I hopped in right here. We got this really nice consolidation, this pullback, where we had two big green candles, formed a new all-time high, and then it pulled back two red candles right there, that nice consolidation, and then boom, it decides to rip back up. So, and then a huge move. I was shaking my head a bit on this one because, you know, when this stock moves, it moves big, and sometimes it's hard to understand how far it can really go. So when I hopped in, you know, I was just, you know, trying to get green on it and trying to make a good chunk. And, you know, I did, but I got out too early on this one, and I should have just held it for the next, you know, two candles, because it made a massive move throughout that, and I only got a piece of it. So that was a little frustrating. I tend to do that a lot. I feel like I don't hold my winners long enough, but I just don't like being caught in a position where there's a flush on something and I'm holding the bag. But yeah, it was, you know, it was a good setup, and I should have just let it ride, but I didn't. And it's just super impressive when you see that. And the other problem is it does create some FOMO. If you've already made your trade and now you're trying to get back in, well, now you're trying to get in higher, hoping it moves higher again. So a little tricky when it comes to that, but wish would have held it a little bit longer. And then throughout the rest of it, I just traded it all the way up into this peak area here, and I got my last trade in here, and I waited, and I'm glad I did, because it eventually fell and went down quite a bit. Now, when it started curling back up to correct after the consolidation, you could tell it kind of wanted to retest some highs in here. So I did get one or two trades on this section too, but they were just real quick, small little trades, which was good because it didn't really hold anything there. So good trading. Good trading for me on the most part, except for just not holding some of my winners as long as I could. So that pretty much wraps up today's trade recap. I hope you guys did some awesome trading today and you're green. I'm still holding AMC once again. We had a interesting day. We did finally kind of come out of this area. We've been trending down for a few days, and it was just kind of difficult to watch. But I mean, we've been holding some serious price. If you really think about it, from where we started down in here, down in the $13. I mean, you know, if you're holding anywhere from that area, we're still up huge in this, so that's great. It's just sometimes it's hard to ride out some of these areas where it just continuously fades, because we don't know if it's going to just, you know, keep going that way, or if it's going to get a correction, consolidate, and continue ripping up, and hopefully it does. So still holding that one. We'll see how long, you know, got to hold out on it, but could be another week, could be another month, who knows. Kind of excited for it. I think there's still a lot of momentum, a lot of potential in this, so we'll see. Let me know if you guys are holding this one as well. And that is it for today. Up $355, and I'll show you the calendar real quick. So last week, total of 426. This week, 1380, which is better. So I'm happy with the progress I've had. 7 green days, 2 red days. I'd like to bring down my red days a bit. I'd like to finish, you know, very minimal red days, because I know personally my red days are pretty big in relation to, you know, all my green days. So got to keep my green days bigger, my red days smaller, and I've got to get a few of those red days. So that's what I'm shooting for. You know, some progress right now for the month. We're halfway through. And that's how it is for now. So we'll see. I hope the rest of the month, you know, I feel like there's a lot more momentum that's coming into the market, which is good. And I just hope it continues and we have a real nice, strong June. So hope you guys are doing good. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.